Welcome, fight fans, to the Fighters Boys Kick-Ass Podcast.
Your Fight Talk Authority.
Oh, yeah. Not to mention the most entertaining and talked about podcast with your kick-ass host, Richard ORTIZ.
You mad? Come at me, bro.
And his loyal kick-ass co-host, Senor Cole Escovedo.
Streaming live and worldwide.
Coming to you all the way live from a little place somewhere in Cali. The Fighters Boys Kick-Ass Podcast.
Fresno, California. We're live here in Mad Production Studios. We got a great show for you today. Today we're going to be talking about Fresno. It's, the takeover. Combate Americas is taking over Fresno November 22nd, Save Mart Center. If you're not there, you know what? There's something wrong with you. Tickets are going crazy. The fans are already going crazy. The fighters are already going crazy. But you know why? Because I had two already say, hey, I can't make it because you know what? They're going through good old-fashioned weight cuts. Except for our guest today. My man runs in the heavyweight division. So when you mention weight cut, he's like, what? Give me another plato. Give me another plate. I'm good to go. I don't need a weight cut. I got with us today MMA/sheriff, sergeant, deputy. I hope I said that right. Did I get it right?
Sergeant. I'm a correctional sergeant.
Correctional sergeant?
Yeah.
You said something like lieutenant when he was coming in here.
Correctional sergeant.
Cole, you said give this man the red carpet. He is a lieutenant.
Not yet. Not yet.
No, not yet. Not yet, man. I always seem to chop stuff up, especially when Cole's giving me some negative feedback, man. And guys, you know what? You guys missed a great show before the show because Cole was just telling me every single thing that was going on. And as I always tell him, save the great content for the show, you, the viewers, the fans, and supporters. But nevertheless, I want to talk to my man here who has cage duty. Friday, November 22nd, Save Mart Center. Enough said. I'm here with our guest, The Law Lewis. Chris, The Law Lewis. Do you remember the first time I met you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Back in the 559 fight days.
Yeah, something like that. And then we did some things at was it Tachi? Not Tachi, but at Chancey.
Chuck Chancey.
Chancey. You know what he told me? He was a big dog. You didn't say the law. I go because I said Chris Lewis, and I said, look, this is what they gave me right here.
Like it's on the paper, Chris.
Yeah, he goes, next time call me the law. And I go, okay, I'll call you the law. He said
See,
something to
the
that
way
effect.
he says it, when I see you and the way he says it, the voice, now I hear it, now I'm just singing, man, that sounds like a porno I've heard before.
No, he said, don't break my law. He said, I got a law to break. He said, I break faces, I make cases, and you know what? Hey, I'm the law, baby. Don't break it.
He'll run with it, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
you gave him gold, he'll run with it.
I know.
So what's up, my man? How's training camp going? I'm watching you on Coach B's video, and I'm watching you do road work, and I remember you fighting at Tachi Palace, and you bring everything inside the cage. How's this training camp going?
You know what? This training camp has been real good for me. Getting a lot of work in at Halo, and then with Coach B.
There you go.
I stay with Coach B pretty much year-round, even when I don't have a fight, so we're always working on something and just getting better.
And that's for I would say, speed, agility, stamina, and the hands?
Speed, agility, and then the hands. That's the main thing.
And you go to Halo for the ground
Halo
game.
for the ground and just all my MMA stuff.
Well, there you go, man. I'm glad to hear that because, to be honest with you, I've only seen video of you at Coach B, and I was thinking, okay, this isn't a boxing match. They're going to take the mat.
Yeah.
And I've seen you work on the ground, so I just want to make sure my man's, well-rounded
going
into this fight.
Oh, yeah, always. But every fight starts on the feet and starts with the hands.
Exactly. We were just talking about that. We were talking about a bar fight earlier without a sanctioning governing body with Cole Escovedo.
I'm not trying to incriminate myself.
Okay, exactly.
No, that's all we know is it involved the Faber fight, a felony warrant, and Nebraska.
And we wanted to know how long the count was fighting without one eye.
Dude, yeah, bro. How many fights did you have with one eye, bro?
One eye.
Let me hear about that shit. Because, dude,
Bisbee.
just even
Michael
one
Bisbee.
fight.
In the middle of an interview, he just pulled his
Popped
freaking
his
eye
eye
out.
out.
Yeah,
I
dude,
saw that.
I forgot about that. And then we were talking about something. We were talking about the count somehow.
Yeah.
The commentator. The count came up, and then it reminded me about his goddamn eye. And I'm just like, holy shit, that's right. He has a left eye.
I said, as a commentator, people love to hate him.
Yeah, but
Then he pulled the eye out.
But I was saying, because we were talking about Askren, and I'm like, dude, I think
Can you
Askren's
imagine
just
if
too
we had Lewis
one-sided.
on the show and he just pulled a freaking eye out right now?
Oh, dude, the commission would hate that.
I'm just trying to figure out how he got past the commission.
That was-
Because you got to do the eye test.
Yeah,
and,
and that was one of the big things is they were like, Dana White's like, you didn't fake anyone or fool anyone. Like they're trying, Dana's basically trying to say, no, this was a post-UFC career. happenstance. Like he did not get this eye replaced until after, like something. I don't know.
And then why does he have a fake eye? I thought they were supposed to be able to
There
reattach
was
it after.
massive retinal damage or something. It was
Okay.
just
A detached
deteriorating,
retina.
and
He said, "Why
finally
does he have a fake eye?"
Well, yeah, no, I think it was just.
I thought he was supposed to be able to get it reattached after his fighting career,
Yeah.
but
You can, but sometimes I think if it's just too gone, like at that point you can have the eyeball in there, but you're gonna have a useless eyeball in there, and that could lead to like infections and complications.
Well,
and
maybe he
things like
just
that.
wants a prop. He wants to, be able to look you
I
straight
just
in the
want to
eyes.
see how many fights he got caught with a left, or someone's left something. And
Well, I
just
remember that left hook.
have him come back and say how long.
GSP landed that left hook after working with Freddie Roach.
Yeah, that because he's southpaw, he could switch to southpaw and just
boom.
patch you. So, but that's how we got on all those different segue topics on how we
That's
came
how
all the
we
way
talked
up to
about
that.
the fight without a governing body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's how we came into that fight.
You know
That
what?
was
Speaking
But
of that,
when Bisping lost his eye, there might as well should have not been a governing body because that was TRT Vitor that messed it up, right?
oh, I'm talking about Escovedo's governing body. Yeah, exactly.
But dude, UFC will do whatever
Exactly.
they want. Like they'll do whatever they want.
Well,
man.
they didn't.
They
do
want
whatever,
you to fight.
They didn't do whatever they wanted in New York when that fight got stopped.
Well, that was probably a scenario where they're just like the commission's like whatever we say goes. This isn't Vegas. This
I'm
isn't
just
Texas.
saying. I heard from somebody who knows somebody that if they were the doctor, that fight would not have been stopped.
Yeah, but
And I'm not talking about just a regular dude that says, "Can I take your temperature?"
Yeah, but we talked
I'm
about this
talking about the
earlier.
man.
It'd be easy for any doctor to say that. Like, it's not that big of a claim. Like, any doctor in a different commission state can say, yeah, I wouldn't have stopped that. Well, yeah, because it's a different fucking commission. The doctor, you're not making the decision. The commission is making the decision. You're just the guy that meets the criteria
Well,
based on your
see-
medical knowledge.
Well, see, check this out. Chris Lewis is a doctor because he's going to put some havoc
Cutting
on his
people
opponent.
open?
No, on his opponent, and he's going to stop the fight just by punches
Aye.
and bunches. my
Yeah?
man.
Well, this is your pro debut, right?
No. It's not my pro
No.
debut. I've had a few, but yeah. Let's get
No,
to
you've
stop
had some wars, man. I've seen him with the Mitchell Sipe. These guys just freaking leave. It's like Hagler Hearns, man. They just freaking go at it. I'm serious.
nice.
Yeah, they just meet right in the middle of the cage, and they just start dropping haymakers on themselves.
Nice. No, it's your Combate debut. That's what it
Combate
is. Okay.
debut. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what I was incorrect about. Is your Combate? Because I was like, I know I read a release from Combate that said something about debut.
And you know what I like about it? Because usually, in American, they'll come with an American flag. He's coming with mariachis, dude, the straight Mexican flag, bro, with a couple honeys. No, I'm hearing completely different. I'm hearing that you're coming with every peace officer in Fresno, California. Once again, Rick Merigan put his hand in the trick bag, and he's just making things happen.
Oh yeah, Rick can always make things happen. Actually, he was able to speak to the sheriff. She's going to be at the weigh-in tomorrow, so that's going to be a huge honor to have her out there.
Who, Mims?
And yeah,
No,
Sheriff
cool.
Mims. And then some of my coworkers, fellow officers, are going to walk me out to the cage.
Oh,
So,
cool.
Yeah, so she green-lighted that, so that's going to be awesome.
That you know what I can imagine that would do so much for the nerves, like because these are the kind of
Yeah.
guys that you would trust with your life anyway, and to
Yeah.
take a bullet for you, so you feel comfortable going into any scenario you might encounter with these guys next to you.
Oh yeah, you feel like someone has your back.
Yeah,
That's
walking
it.
out there, dude, you're just gonna be like, this is gonna be easy. This is another day in the gym. This is all this is right now.
But I'm saying there's going to be an explosion because when they say from Fresno,
Oh
California.
yeah, they're gonna go nuts.
Oh my gosh.
It
man,
just
this
sounds
is gonna
different in the
pop
Save
off.
Mart
Oh, it
Center
does.
too. Like
Oh,
you
absolutely.
can hear it at the Palace, at Shanty.
Especially, I like when Lupe does it. I believe Lupe Contreras is behind the mic tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I believe so.
Nice.
Or it's Martinez. I'm not sure. Either way, both of them get down, man.
Yeah.
And they say your name the way it needs to be said. And
Okay.
they will. And
Yeah, they put a
will
little
say
oomph in the
law.
Fresno guys.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, if
absolutely.
they make sure that they know it's the law, like we'll run up and we'll double check, be like, you know his name is the law, right? Like don't fuck
exactly.
that up.
Yeah, law don't go around here, big dog.
Dude will walk over mid-fight, dude in a guillotine going,
That's right.
hey, it's the law.
Yeah,
Tap out. Now
Yeah.
say it. It's just be awesome, dude.
exactly. He say do-overs. Say the law this time.
Like 4 tickets on their car when they come out. What happened? Just puts the law. Yes,
law.
dude, do it.
Speaking of tickets, man, it's going to be filled up with police.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, that's the safest place to be Friday.
Dude, right? That is
It
going to be
is.
the safest place to be
It
Friday.
is.
Did
it
you
is.
get I
Don't say
imagine-
it too loud because everybody that's not there is going to try to, start walking in with big screen TV. Hey,
like the old Batman
they're
villain
going to take the
versions.
Black Friday early that Friday.
Dude.
Because I know in Madera, it's called Brown Friday. You got Mexicano straight taking mariachi hats, piñatas.
They're gonna call it the Fighter's Voice hooked them up.
Exactly. Yeah, they're going to say
They like told
tortillas.
us streets were empty. It
They
was
were.
chaos.
They were. Thank you, Richard. Let's do it again.
I
That's what
imagine
we're
you
gonna
had
say.
no problem selling tickets then. I
No.
imagine you had dudes just hand over fist wanting to get their hands on tickets that had shifts off.
That's a good thing. At the sheriff's department, so many employees, it's easy to just,
Mm-hmm.
talk to my coworkers and they get tickets and it's just another
Man,
chance
I
to
bet
go
that's
have fun.
music to Mike's ears. I bet he's just like, how many? Dude, done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick's ears too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine being managing stuff. You'd be happy about ticket sales.
I mean, Rick is so good. He'll sell police officer fight tickets to felons. They'll actually go, yeah, I'll take 3 of those. Yeah, can I walk in with them too? You know, I mean, he just knows how to market.
He knows how to sell the product to the buyer, to make the buyer. I don't give a crap what it is. I want to buy it.
He does. He really does.
You know, master your craft. You have to have, I guess, hustle.
He can convince a blind man that he can see. He's almost a healer. Rick Morigan is almost a healer. Without laying hands in the name of Jesus, he'll just tell a blind man, you can see. And he'll go, you know what, I can. I like your hair.
He'll describe it and everything.
He'll say, I like your hair because you don't have no hair, but he's convinced that he can see.
I'll take it. I like it.
Yeah. No, I like the way he does things. And then when I heard that he was working with you, I said, man, we got to get this guy on the show. Because Rick does not mess with anybody that's not ready to explode.
With potential. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, yeah, he won't touch it. Like a lawyer. Lawyers don't usually like to take cases unless they're like, I think I can win it. So same thing with his approaches. I don't really like to get my hands on something
unless you're a badass lawyer like Miles Harris.
Yeah, Miles will touch anything with us. But Miles like usually slam dunk everything anyway. Like they could catch you with the gun in your hand. Smoke, dude, that reminds me. Did we ever figure out what that was about, by the way? With that guy?
No, man, I never knew
that
what
was so weird.
I don't know what was up with that.
That was so weird. Dude, if you're watching, please help me understand.
Oh, no. You know what? We probably would have blew up. Because his intention, remember when the door was slammed? He was going to come in during the live show and confront us.
No. The dude that was giving us grief because we had a lawyer and they said our lawyer was like, and I'm like, dude, did we ever figure out what the hell that?
I deleted that. Someone got on my page, right?
Dude.
And we said something, I don't know what we said. And some guy goes, well, you don't want him on the show because he's defending a guy that got beat up. And I don't know what the hell he was talking about. So, you know, I don't mind when guys go on my page and they just go at it. That's fine. They keep it clean or what have you. They don't use no racist slurs or I'm going to kill you, any of the above. This guy wouldn't stop.
It was weird.
When you asked him a question, I said, you need to respond before I delete you.
Yeah,
I finally came in.
Now, granted, he might have gone back and read what he wrote and goes, shit, that's not how I meant it.
But cool, you still have the opportunity.
You have the opportunity to go, hey, no, that's my bad. I meant the lawyer I thought was this guy. You guys have Miles. Yeah, we don't. Then so what? We're not paying for anyone.
Yeah,
like I didn't understand that part. It's like, what lawyers are we paying?
We have a lawyer attorney, and we mentioned him, and he goes, well, I don't like him. He did this. He did that. I'm like, okay, you don't have to like him. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's somebody that probably says, I don't like Chris the Law Lewis.
A lot of people don't like me.
It don't matter.
I imagine you probably.
It don't matter, especially when you say, okay.
Now, could you imagine having to fight a dude that you've seen through your daily course of work? Imagine that, because
on the other side,
when I was fighting back then, there was active bulldogs taking it. So it's like, and I was telling dudes all the time, I'm like, if you're not training this shit and you're on the streets, like you're in trouble. You're asking for trouble because these guys are. And I've always pushed that philosophy, like forever. When I went to the academy, I was like, dude, this is the ground tactics. Like this is what you guys do when shit hits the fan. It scared me, and I was just
not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough, and unfortunately, it's hard to get departments to pay for.
Well, you know when to engage and when not to, man. You got a job to do, you uphold it, and you leave it as such.
Oh, yeah, it's always professional. It's never personal.
Yeah. So you first fight up? Did they told you yet?
Well, right now it's showing me a second.
Not without walking.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to change, so we'll see.
That's a good point. They're definitely going to, because that's something they would want to have.
Yeah, you want to keep everybody there. If you put them on second, they're going to bounce.
Yeah, that's true. That's what they did with Al. They're like, dude, we're moving you back on the card.
Exactly.
Yeah, same thing. They usually... And
so what have you heard? I didn't mean to cut you off. What have you heard? When are you walking in? When do you know you're up?
All I've seen was that I was second, but that was before Rick jumped in. So, you know, when Rick comes in, things happen. So I'm sure I'll be a little further back on the card.
Yeah, second. Rick probably said the same thing.
Rick jumped in, now it's second to the last.
Well, you know what I mean? Well, he probably said the same thing you did. If you put him on second, that fucking arena is going to be empty after the second fight.
Yeah.
You want people for your TV or no? Like that's probably how we made him look at it.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, when you get local guys, if you're an organization, like a large one like Combate, Mike tries to know everything he can about all the guys that's on the roster. He just takes that kind of pride in. Aframowitz, he's the head guy. And, well, not the head guy, but he's high up the food chain. I don't want to overstep his...
Mas Chingon.
Yeah, I was saying.
Mas Chingon.
I don't want to overstep his bound on his label title. But he tries to do that. But when you get these local guys on the card, it's hard to know a lot about them. So you got to have guys like Rick kind of to go, hey, hold on. Mind you, he sold like X amount of tickets. You're going to lose a lot of seats. He's the second fight. Why don't we move him back to like fight 5 or 6? You keep those people in the stands longer. It looks better on your cameras. It looks better on TV. Like all these things play a factor where when you're dealing with your local guys, you might not know that about them because they're just your local guys.
He has a lot of Fresno heads on there.
I imagine
a lot of Fresno heads on there.
So there's going to be a lot of people.
Sister Stephanie's on there.
Yeah.
You got Paul.
Yeah, you got Steve Bollinger.
Stephen Bollinger.
Yes.
He's on there.
Karina.
And you also got, yes, Karina. And don't sleep on this guy. I'm telling you, don't sleep on this guy. Not just because he's from my hometown, Madera, California. But Joel Lopez. That's that's Joel Lopez.
Okay.
Don't sleep on this guy, man.
Joel,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, he may steal the show, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, they've done that a couple times with the local guys on the card. You end up having like a knockout of the night or a fight of the night that was on like the undercard.
Well, he's getting a great opportunity.
Yeah, no,
So,
dude.
I mean, you're getting a great opportunity, man. I wanted to
of course.
talk to you. I mean, you're coming back, and I said on duty in the cage. How long has it been since you strapped it up?
March 2018, because my last fight I got injured, so I had to have surgery.
remember that shoulder.
Yeah, so
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so the fight got stopped. I couldn't continue. Had surgery, so I've just been training ever since, once I rehabbed and everything. So just looking forward to get back out there. And this is a huge opportunity. So I was happy that I got the call from Combate and get to fight in front of the hometown, so nothing beats that.
That's cool. I'm smiling because I saw that fight with the shoulder. Cole, these guys are just freaking wing. I mean, you got some haymakers. They're just buzzing by each other. These guys are just loading up.
And
They're
we'll
both throwing the go home punch. And they're
Yeah,
just
that's all
whizzing by.
heavyweights throw is
It's
the go home
whoever
punch.
lands. I mean, that's it, bro. I mean, you can feel the breeze when they would miss because they were bringing it.
Nice.
I
Dude,
remember
that's what
that.
they throw. They all throw go home punches because
Oh,
they want to
heck
throw
yeah.
the less
I remember
punches he's
that.
got to throw, the better.
Yeah.
And less breaking hands too, I bet too.
No, man.
So what
yeah,
did you do?
yeah.
Did you dislocated your shoulder or tear
I
something?
tore my pec, actually.
Oh, okay.
So it came out, the tendon came out of the bone, so I had to go out, get surgery like the next week.
How do you reattach something to the bone? That's got to be rough.
They drill it, put some sutures or something in there. And
And just let it regrow
let
back
it-
to
yeah,
the
let it-
bone.
mhm.
Oh,
So what
that's
did
rough.
Coach B say? He just want to put some back cream on it, huh?
Oh yeah, Coach B.
Run some Tiger Bomb on, you be
Yeah,
fine. Get
exactly.
up.
He's like, the next week he's like, hey, come back. We'll just work on your right hand. So, all right,
Right?
let's do
Like
it.
he
Yeah.
probably looked at videos of muscles and how they move. He's like,
Yeah.
look, you can punch right all day. Don't even
Yeah.
move this side.
Yeah.
Get in here, crybaby.
Yeah, he's like, we'll use the other hand. So that's how he is.
He goes, don't tell anybody my trick. Starts doing this. The Miyagi on him, huh? Boom. Don't tell the doctor.
Right?
Take that sling
I
off.
got
You
to
don't need
fight
it.
in 3 weeks for you. Don't tell nobody, okay?
I got something to take a cast off right here. I mean,
yeah,
he'll make it happen.
Oh yeah, he will.
I can see Coach
He
B doing
trimmed
that.
down, man.
Oh yeah, he got real slim. He's
Looked like a
shredded right now.
cruiserweight.
Man, he's my inspiration. I mean, he's 48 years old. He's shredded.
still doing
so
it.
when
Yo,
I'm
yeah,
for-
he's like one of those Yoel Romero type guys.
Yeah.
Like they're up there in
God.
age, but
Ben-
they're just still in
Benjamin Button
great
or
shape.
something. He's
Yeah,
got some-
dude,
yeah. Got that Benjamin Button over there. That dude is.
Romero's shredded, though. That
Yeah.
guy's
You know,
a different animal.
I'll tell everybody all the time, and I don't even practice it, but people that have been, training their entire lives, like it's really not that hard to stay in shape as you get older. Like it's actually easier because you've already built up such a base that your body's just wanting.
Well,
it.
he takes pride in what he does. He's not going to say, "Okay, I'm the trainer," and then he's freaking eating pizza and he's just
No,
looking
yeah,
all
he's out
sluggish
there
and all
doing- yeah.
sloppy. So actually, he gets in there with them.
Oh yeah,
No,
He'll-
no,
he
no,
won't
he
ask him to
gets
do
in there
anything
with
he
them. He
can't.
starts winging with these guys.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no, I've
he-
been watching some of his
Oh,
videos
he
on
does.
IG.
He does it almost every day on a daily basis. He's sparring with one of us. One
Yeah.
of the guys in the stable. But the thing is, with him, you can't win because if you beat him up, oh man, I'm 48, I'm old.
Yeah,
But if he beats you up that day, well, I'm 48, man. You
better step it up.
Yeah, you better step it up. So that's the one thing about training with him.
but I noticed, like when coaches, they'll give instructions. They pick that left hand up, pick that. No, he'll drop a
Oh, he'll
bomb on
punish you for
and
it,
then
yeah.
he'll say, "Pick it up."
He'll say, "Now you know why I hit you." Yeah, hit you again. Be
Yeah.
like, you know
Pick
why I
it
hit
up.
you yet? Nope. All right. You'll learn eventually why you keep getting hit.
Oh,
You're
you
gonna
learn
learn,
today.
Trey.
You're
Yeah,
gonna-
exactly.
You'll learn today.
You're gonna learn today.
I could, dude.
man.
I want to be there for one of those days where you just hit him in a liver shot, and he's like, "Well, man, you beating up on some 48.
Oh.
Bet you feel like a big man."
Oh, he does. He does. Hey,
does
you
he?
hitting me? Oh, I'm 48, man. Of course, you're supposed to beat me up. You're 30 years old. Come on, man.
Oh,
Coach
dude.
B,
Oh, yeah.
he got it all figured out, man.
Yeah,
He does. You don't
So when
mess
you go
around.
inside the Batcave, does he got to remember like on Batman and Robin, does he got to spray you so you don't recognize where it's at? Because it's VIP only, man. Not everybody gets an invitation.
Dude, otherwise
there.
everybody be showing up being like, "Oh, I want to train. I want to train." He'd be like, "Dude, go away, dude."
Because I noticed the most question asked when hey, I train at the Batcave. Hey, where's it at? He's like, I can't tell you.
Right? It's
I
like Fight Club.
try to ask the law right here. He goes, I can't tell you, bro. If I
It's
do,
just-
I got to arrest you. I said, no, I'm good, bro.
Top
I'm
secret
good.
location.
Right?
Top
Like you
secret
saw that
location.
scene in
Top
Fight Club where
secret.
they show up at the house.
Yeah.
You got your burial money. You got your black shoes, black
Yeah.
pants, all that stuff. And he's
That's
like,
it.
"You're too fat. Get out of here."
That's
like
it.
that's that dude. Dude. Brian be turning away guys all day
And
showing
you know
up
what
to
the
the
cool
gym.
part about it? Because I've been there. When you walk inside the house before you get to the cave, it's all dark in there, man. It's
yeah.
really like a cave scene.
Oh yeah, dude.
It really is. There's
He
like
takes
bats
that whole
hanging
Batman
upside
thing
down and
seriously,
stuff.
bro.
And I said, hey, bro, can I use your restroom? He goes, yeah. I went in there, and I went into some place I wasn't supposed to, bro. I saw the fucking bat uniform hanging upside down, bro. A couple of them. I'm like, oh, shit. Alfred, get me out of here. I was like, come on, man.
He opens the door. He's all, hey, how's it going today, Chris? What's going, how are you?
Exactly.
Hey, you want some water? Okay, cool. Are you ready to train? All right, let's train. And then it just comes out.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. He gave you all the nice opportunities he could. He's like, oh, it was nice to you.
Suckered
when
you
came
into
here.
it.
I
As soon as,
welcomed you.
as soon as you put the gloves on, he goes, I got your ass.
Or his other trick, hey, we're going to go light today, all right? And then, boom, you get cracked. Hey, I thought we were going light.
Always protect yourself.
Oh, yeah, always.
I changed my mind mid-round.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm a Cowboy fan,
I'm the
too.
coach.
And if Cowboys lose that Sunday, don't spar with him on Monday.
Oh, I make
he
fun
lets
of
him
it.
go, man.
Oh, yeah, because he's a big Cowboys fan. Yeah, dude.
big time.
That's got to be stress release day for Coach, man.
Oh, it is.
Dave,
Yeah,
so
we're
is
not
it
having
true?
the
Can you
season we want.
feel the heat hit you when you open the door there? Can you feel the heat when you walk into the
It's
room?
hot in there.
Yeah?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what Evan was telling us. He's
Yeah.
just so hot in
Oh,
there.
especially in the summer. It's no joke. It's 150 degrees.
I
in
seen
there.
you
It's
sparring
humid.
with Evan. Evan's a little bull.
Oh, yeah, Evan ain't no joke.
No, he's not no
Hey,
joke.
I know if I get some good rounds in with Evan before my fight, I'm ready.
Oh,
you go.
yeah, no,
And
because
pressure.
Evan will put pressure on you.
Because
yeah.
right when it says that there's no touching gloves and nothing, Evan just starts winging.
Yeah, well, the thing
he's
is,
in your chest.
The thing is with him, his head is bigger than mine, so it's like
Oh,
it's
he
still
got
like
that-
sparring. Yeah, it's still like sparring with the heavyweight. You
He
know?
got that Tito
yeah,
head, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, he'll bull you around, dude. In the
Yeah,
close
you
clinch,
can't-
he'll just push you
yeah,
around.
You can't hurt him, so he's a perfect sparring partner.
That's
You got to
good,
body
man.
shot him. You got to
Yeah.
make him tired and body shot him and hope it goes to the decision.
Man, he don't get tired.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Dude will probably chase you forever.
Yeah,
Good
he
luck,
will.
Good luck getting away.
Yeah, he will, and he gonna hit you every chance he gets too. So
Oh, yeah, and while
it's
you're
always
starting
fun.
to get tired,
That's that
he's
liver
not.
shot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
no, he loves the body
Oh,
shots.
body shot, head
Dave.
shot. He cracked me last week pretty good, but
And I was watching you.
What
You
do we
returned
do?
the favor. I saw you drop a body shot combination on him.
tried to. But
Yeah.
Evan, hey, getting rounds with him, it helps
That's
me
good.
out. Yeah,
That's good. That's all you need. Then
Coach
in
B
your
does
camp.
that on purpose because I don't see Evan for like a month and a half. Then all of a sudden, boom, he's
Bring him
there.
in.
Hey, bring
Yeah,
him
it's
in.
like a shock factor to the
Coach
body.
B, he'll text me, hey, you got 3 5-minute rounds today, and then I'm bringing someone in that could whoop your ass. I'm like, man, can't no one whoop my ass. And then he brings in Evan. I'm like, damn, it's gonna be a long one.
It's gonna be a long one.
That 3.5s just turned into like 5.10s.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to feel like.
It's gonna be a long day.
Exactly.
Because Evan's going to use every minute of that 5.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
but Brian, he's faithful to his camp. He's faithful. Every time there's a fight, he's there. He's in the corner. The only time I seen him go AWOL is when he seen that bat signal in the air. That fucker just took off running, dude. All you saw was a cape just take off and just like vanish in the middle. Serious, he is Batman of Fresno.
Superhero first. Yeah, he's
He
a
is.
superhero first.
He's a
Fresno,
superhero
man.
first. He is.
Yeah,
He
no,
really is.
I've seen I've even ran into officers before, and they're just like,
No, you got to
know
check out his
Brian?
bike. You got to check out his bike.
Oh, he's got a bike too.
yeah, his bike.
Crotch rocket, I imagine.
Yeah, Hayabusa.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say you
it's
ain't
a
gonna
little
see him
something.
on no Fat Boy. That's
It's
for
a little
sure.
something, man. Now he's doing good, man. Brian's doing good for himself. He's enjoying life, loving what he does, and always gives back to the community. Always helps these fighters, man,
Always.
completely.
I mean, you can call him right now. He'll get up 2 o'clock in the morning and start holding the mitts for you. That's just the way he is.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine provided you got a fight coming up. I can't
Well,
imagine
I
anybody
mean-
call 2 and come, hey, coach, come hold mitts for me. Well, I'm drunk at the
I mean-
Denny's. Come hold mitts.
I'll leave that alone, man. I can go on and on about Brian, man, but I don't want him saying, "Hey, Rich, let's do some sparring today." I watched the show. Talk to me about that part where I just took off. I go, no, I won't do that again. Let me show you something.
yeah.
No, I'm good, Brian. We're good, my man.
So when you go over to Halo, are you guys doing opponent-specific stuff, or are you just rolling just to get the rolls in, or what are you doing over
No,
at Halo?
we do some opponent specific stuff, and then Steven Bollinger and Jesse James. Steven's on the card. Jesse's another guy. They kind of run an MMA class, so they go spend time at Jackson Winklejohn, and they
absorb and
they write everything down, so they have a whole curriculum. So a lot of times I go work with those guys.
like they know you can videotape stuff, right?
Yeah, they videotape
They're
stuff.
over
They
there
write
fucking
down. Yeah,
pen and
yeah.
pad the whole time. Like,
No.
wait, say that again. Fuck.
Yeah, they have it all. So we go work out, and Jesse's a good, he's a good body for me, and I have some guys there that I roll with and we wrestle with. So
Yeah,
I got
cool.
a lot of good bodies.
Yeah, no, I like
good,
Angel.
man.
He's got a good program over there. He's always had a good
Oh, yeah.
program. Now he's
Angel-
just got a beautiful facility to run it out of.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't spend enough time in gyms anymore, dude. I need to start going and branching out. I need to go in there get
And then
beat
a
up.
lot of the guys from
with
OKG,
your phone.
Visalia, they're at
They'll
Halo
come into
too.
town, yeah.
So we got a lot of.
Sounds like you got a pretty well-rounded camp, man. That's just good.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, do you got any apparel? You selling any shirts? You pushing anything for this?
You know
fight?
what? Not this time. Just kind of busy leading up to it.
Okay.
And I just really wanted to focus on fighting because,
Okay.
I mean, technically I lost that last one, so I just want to get on the.
Just want to humbly move on to the next
Yeah.
one, get that W, and then we can
Then
make
we'll
some
start.
noise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There you go, man. So what song are you walking into?
Probably go with Nipsey Hussle.
Okay, that's
So
right.
something like that.
Yeah.
Hustle and grind or something like that.
Whatever you're feeling.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
That's
right,
part
man.
of the
Dictates the whole
pen.
show,
You'd be
man.
surprised how many guys you see guys all the time walk out and
Yeah.
they're singing to the music. They got headphones
yeah.
on. They're probably not even listening to the music that's being played because I'll ask them, like Zoila, for example, what do you
Yeah.
want to listen to? She don't give a shit. She got headphones on.
No, she don't care.
care.
Yeah.
No, she
She's,
don't.
she's in her zone right there, man. That doesn't matter.
I always like to walk out to stuff I trained to.
Yeah, there you go.
'Cause
That's
we're,
good
we're
too.
always
home.
used to, so
Like
it just
taking a
feels like,
test.
hey, I'm right there. Yeah.
So who's in your corner for this fight?
It should be Coach B in my corner, probably my brother, and
Okay.
then
I was about to ask you how it was
Pat.
going.
So we'll see.
Okay.
It just depends. Because the thing is, with all these Fresno guys on the card, everybody I work with
Yeah.
is going to kind of be back there. So
Yeah.
it'll just be kind of see a need, feel it. I'm comfortable with anybody.
As long as you
There
got
you
somebody
go.
that can deal with what's happening on the feet and a guy that can correct on what happens on the ground.
Yeah.
Because like Coach B is only going to be able to like tell you, hey, here's what you're doing wrong with your hands, or here's where I see an opening next round. Look for that. He's going to every time he dips, he's dipping or whatever. But if it's a whole fight was on the ground, that's going to be hard for him. So as long as you got a guy that can go. You
Do
know,
both,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, not even necessarily do both, but just one guy that does one. Like we had Pop would be my striker coach, and then we'd have Ted Stobie was my grappling guy. So I would always have one or the other. One would be talking to me, the other one would be behind me. He would go like 30 seconds in, and he would look at Ted and go, okay. And he would say, okay, now when he got that takedown on you, immediately you need to do this or this. So you just got to have that because they're only going to let like one guy in the ring.
They only let one in the ring,
Yes,
and the other guys are right
yeah,
there.
right, and you're
Yeah.
in the cage, yeah, because you just got to remember, there's someone you need to listen to. If the whole fight was on the ground, dude, if you're just striking, I just need to listen to this guy right now, because
Yeah.
if the guy shot in right away, there's not much striking would have changed about that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Unless he says, look, dude, his hands are low. I saw him when he walked up to you before he shot. His hands are low. Look for that. Something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, real specific targets.
What do you know about your opponent?
I know he's big, so he's 6'5". I believe he cuts to make heavyweight.
Well, you're like
he-
6'4", 6'5" yourself,
I'm like
aren't you?
6'3". No,
Oh.
he's got a little bit of height on
Being
me.
humble.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and I think he cuts to make
His knee
heavyweight,
hooks.
but he's got good hands. His grappling's decent, so it's gonna be a good fight. It's definitely
Yeah.
gonna be a good scrap. They're not giving me an easy opponent.
I was about
By
to
any
say,
means.
Combate don't give a damn. They put
No.
you in there. They're there for entertainment, to
Yeah.
please the fans, and to see who the fighters are.
Yeah, they're like, hey man, you want to fight? We got one for you, so
There you
come
are.
get it. So all right,
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
That's the approach you have to take.
Well,
mean,
I
plus, if you wanna
appreciate
brand
you
yourself-
accepting it. You could easily say no, not right now, or I'm good, or what. But the fighter, when you said, yeah, let's do it, especially in
Well-
my backyard, why not?
Well, a lot of the thing is too is you don't get to pick. I don't get to pick who I may have to fight
Yeah.
at work or in the street or
That's
whatever.
right.
So hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
There's a ref that can potentially stop it. All right, cool. Let's have some fun.
There you go.
And you're
Because
gonna
like
pay
this-
me?
Yeah, because like what
Yeah.
you guys were talking about earlier, if there's no ref,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly.
It's just fun, man. Competition.
Yeah, it's got a. I would imagine in your line of work that you've got a level of intensity and expectation, and then this is like, all right. So even if I get in a bad spot, dude, it's not like someone's gonna stomp on my dome. There's gonna be a ref there.
I'm not
This
gonna
is
get
so much
stabbed.
easier.
I'm not gonna. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's some-
exactly. You're like, dude, it's so much easier.
Not getting jumped. Hey, so
Yeah, it's on.
One
man.
on one, we get to start
One-on-one.
facing each other.
Fair,
Get the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
out of here. All right, cool. Yeah.
We get to hit each other?
yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
No, that's got to drop your level of fear
yeah.
like so much more. Yeah.
I know the date. I know the time.
Right?
Exactly.
See,
Not
some
gonna-
guys
yeah.
that works in like, dude, some guys get backstage, they're just so nervous. Like some guy, everybody gets nervous. But then there's some guys that it's just like when you do certain things in life, like I imagine Donald Cerrone probably doesn't get very nervous anymore. Like he's had like
It's a
almost
party
like how
for
many?
him.
Yeah, for him it's just another day on the farm. Like I got to go huck bales of hay after this.
Well,
Like
we may see him in January against your boy
yeah,
Connor.
I heard they're trying to. The more I hear him saying that they keep making these announcements of how they're still trying, it's in talks or whatever. That kind of stuff just tells me that fight's not
Why
happening.
is Connor fighting at 170? So they're going to make it at 155?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying is they haven't announced what weight it would be at either. All they keep saying is the Cerrone talk is in the fight for January. Well, motherfuckers, it's end of November.
Yeah.
We're past the 8-week point
Yeah.
almost at this point. So if you were going to announce that fight, you would have announced that fight. I think they're just trying to solve the money issue, if anything.
Yeah.
I think Connor's probably already been training. He probably already knows. I think it'd be a good fight, but if he's already training and not saying anything, I would say there's a good chance it's at 170 because Donald's like, dude, I'm going to get paid anyway. I'm not
Yeah.
coming. I'm not cutting weight for this. You want to fight me? I'm not cutting weight.
Yeah.
So because right now he's trying to take Cerrone, who's kind of on almost, I wouldn't say a down slope, but he's kind of coming around the tail end of when he's probably about done fighting. And it's kind of showed like with that last fight with Gaethje.
Yeah.
He was just like a second slower, second behind the technique, a little Tooth's getting a little long
If
kind
I
of
had a
thing.
question for him, I'd ask him, how do you stay motivated? Because I don't think he was motivated for that fight.
He'd probably say the money, but at this point, he's probably made so much goddamn money and it's been invested correctly for him that he's just
Has
like
a farm and stuff.
He's got a kid. His heart's probably lean. That's why I'm saying, dude, having a kid changes a lot of guys.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Their
And they were
focus,
asking him about
their
that.
focus just kind of shifts. Even if it's just a hair on the needle, it's shifted away from fighting is your whole life now. So I would say that McGregor's kind of trying to poke at that. He keep poking at Edgar. He's poking at Cerrone. He's trying to poke at guys that
Edgar
are long
was
in
a
the
joke.
tooth.
Edgar was a joke, but that was a dangerous joke.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he's poking at guys that as far as their career is going, they're getting a little long in the tooth career-wise.
Yeah.
So he's trying to take an advantage of that so that he should win, and it looks good against the guy. But at the end of the day, it's like you're not taking dangerous fights, bro.
Yeah.
But he might not win because Cerrone can
No, I
wrestle his ass
think
off.
Cerrone
Yeah.
would dot him the fuck up, especially
Yeah.
at 170. I think Cerrone would dot him the fuck up. I
I
am
think he'll be.
okay with that fight.
I think he'll be motivated for that fight. But at
Hell yeah, he would.
at 170, I got to lean towards Cerrone. Now, if there was some kind of catch weight, 165
160
or something,
165.
then I got Connor.
Yeah, if Donald's got a cut weight for that, then he's already a smaller 170. But to fight somebody coming up to 170, he's a bigger
And he
opponent.
keeps it real too. He goes, "Yeah, I'm in training camp. It's going great. I'm drinking Bud Light instead of Bud, because I got to come down to 155.
Gotta watch my carbs.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta watch my calorie intake, you know?
But he'll keep it real. He'll
Water
say
light.
stuff like that. Water light. Exactly.
Well, that famous interview, he was drinking a can of Budweiser, the tall boy cans, and they were like, "Would you fight so and so?" And he was drinking, and he was like, they went on about something. He said, "Yeah, I fight." Who we talking about again?
Yeah,
Like he didn't give a
exactly.
shit. There was a prime Donald where he'd fight anybody for any amount of money. He didn't give a shit. But
He still will,
I'd like to
man.
see it. No, he
He
will.
will.
But what I'm saying is he's a hair second slower now.
Yeah.
The technique's not quite there. Like I'm not saying should retire or anything at all. I think he's still top 5 fucking easy.
He's definitely not gun shy.
No,
I mean, because when
he's
he
not
fought
he's still
Till
dangerous.
and Leon Edwards, I mean, I was like surprised he took those fights when he did,
Yeah.
especially where he was in his career. I mean,
Yeah,
he
so
was-
there's risky. I mean, well, he probably aimed back ahead. Maybe he wants to prove that he can still bang with anybody they put in front of him, which I don't blame him. He's lived his entire life that way. But I can see him dotting Gregor up, like dotting him up.
We'll have
dude,
to talk.
at will.
If that fight's announced, we'll have to talk and definitely break.
I don't think that
fight
fight's
down.
ever going to be announced. They keep talking about, oh, it's in talks, it's in talks. Dude, there's no such thing as fights are in talks. It's, did they agree? Cool. Money. Done. Like,
especially a Cerrone fight.
yeah, Cerrone, he'd already fucking have signed. He'd
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
Connor? Fuck yeah. Write the number after.
Yeah.
Slide the paper back to
Yeah.
him. I don't care how much you pay me to whip his ass. He's right up there with like Masvidal as far as their content for guys like Connor, dude.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, you're a fucking tourist. That's how they see him. They're like, you're a dangerous tourist, but you're a
Yeah.
tourist. You're not in it for the heart of the sport. You're just in it for money, which everybody's in it for the fucking money. But he's doing it
Well, he
to just
found, he
make
found
a
a,
name.
a marketing avenue, and
He was
the
just-
guy.
he was the
can
first
hit.
to do
got a
it
little,
right.
Got a little exposed, but people
Oh,
just they want to put the dot on the I.
he got super exposed.
We
got
can go,
super
that's a whole
exposed.
different show. I can go on and on about that.
But
I mean, you got to remember
I
he
take
came
that
back from 2
There's
years.
not really an exposure because it's not like he was faking it. Connor's always been a good fighter. It's not like he was faking it and then finally got a tough opponent and got wrecked. So I take that
Well,
back. He
I'll
wasn't
tell you-
really faking anything. He was just
No,
outclassed.
Well, exactly. I would say outclassed on that one. And you got another fight, but it's boxing this Saturday. Deontay Wilder, the rematch with Ortiz,
Okay.
King Kong. I mean, for him to take that fight and potentially wanting to fight Tyson Fury, there may not be a Tyson Fury fight because King Kong, he brings it. Ortiz brings it. And I give Wilder a bunch of credit and respect for wanting to take another tough fight. There's tough fights out there for him, and there's some big paydays. But along the way, he says, I want the best. And he's fighting these tough dudes, man, before the big paydays.
I agree, man. But I think that with Wilder, once he smells blood in the water, it's
yeah.
over. And the
That
fact
right
that he
hand is
put him out
crazy.
before, I mean, Ortiz, I've seen some pictures and stuff. He looks like he's in better shape.
Yeah, trimmed
And
down a
he's-
little bit.
He's a crafty Cuban southpaw,
Yeah.
Cuban boxing school, but Wilder knows he can put him out.
They don't know how old he is. They're guesstimating.
Oh,
they're
he's
saying they're
probably
thinking about
50,
40.
you know?
They're thinking about 40 something.
He's-
Because Cubans, they turn pro when they're like,
12.
yeah, and they fight
Well,
like
that's
these
their
17-year-olds and they're
country
like 25.
sport, right?
Yeah.
Isn't boxing like Cubans like country
Yeah,
sport?
that's their. I think that's their
shit.
national sport.
That's their
yeah.
whole thing. That's
Or
the whole
wrestling,
thing.
one of them.
Like when I heard the Nogueira brothers are training with the Cuban boxing Olympic team or whatever, I was like, they're gonna fuck up whoever they fight next because those dudes are already good dude Brazilians with hands. But yeah, why take dangerous fights that aren't economically beneficial?
Well, it's a rematch, and the first one was a great fight, and he pulled it off. And he's not going to sit back and watch Reese take on Anthony Joshua and not get a piece of the pie.
But
he wants to take on tough guys.
But wasn't Wilder sick that fight? He was sick like 2 weeks
He,
before
he
that
was,
first
he, was,
fight.
he was under the weather.
and then look at Wilder's last rematch with Stavern. I mean,
man,
Dude,
that
just
was
they
wrecked
went 12
gosh.
rounds, and then he
He just ripped him. But that right hand is no joke.
That's what I'm saying.
That right hand is no joke, man.
That's what I'm saying.
He overly commits on it, which when he lands it, I mean, he lands it down from his toes.
God damn.
No, he brings it. He's so off balance.
So you're thinking that almost that confidence of having beat the guy
Exactly.
before might be a little maybe
The confidence
overinflated?
in that right hand. It's probably the most potent weapon in boxing right now. That right hand.
I heard a Teddy Atlas interview with Joe Rogan, and he was saying that Wilder's the hardest hitting guy he's ever felt. So, I mean, you got to take that for what it's worth. Yeah,
Exactly. He has that. He'll change the whole outcome in one punch, just like back in the day, Tommy Hearns with that right hand. But yeah, that's going to be a good fight this Saturday on PVC. Yeah.
And then Combate is Friday, so they're not.
Yeah.
You're not going to have to compete for them.
No.
I'm just still, just like I said, I'm just every time I think about the Canelo thing, I'm just still in awe that it finally happened. Like I never thought. I remember how we were asking like the week before, like what's going to happen with that kind of stuff, and then
Who made the adjustment?
yeah, who's going to make the adjustment first? And we both know that it was probably mapped out, but
you got a
scenario
prize
has to be
fighter.
right.
He's all taped up, and you see pictures of them. They're laying down on the couch.
yeah.
now so I saw those
Over an hour and a half, though, man.
and I'm wondering how staged those photos might have been, because I can see guys like Canelo and stuff not having warmed up yet and being able to do that. But once you start warming up, you're not laying the fuck down. So that had to be all pre-warm up, and they had to know about that ahead of time. This isn't, like I said, this wasn't something that just happened.
Well, possibly. But for the fans, look what it does. For the fighters and for boxing, because you had a bunch of naysayers that just wanted to say, okay, boxing should never do that, should yield to MMA, but it was all business, man.
Yeah, it wasn't really
Dollars and
yielding.
cents.
Yeah, it wasn't really yielding. That was more of a how do we stand to make the most money and most views.
And then they played it on top
Yeah,
on their big screen.
yeah.
They paid for that bitch, and it's playing.
Yeah, that's,
Dana White said the MGM Grand called me and
said, hey, we would have put on the fight.
we
He was
got
like,
a fight. All right.
you got ESPN Plus? I don't know.
Yeah, you a subscriber?
Yeah, you got to be a subscriber. Right?
Have everyone in there that bought a ticket pay me. Have them text me, right?
Have them shoot me $1. I'm sure you got a couple thousand people in there. But yeah, no, that was not we're going to give down. It was more of a East Coast, West Coast timing. This makes sense.
Yeah.
This makes the most money. If we don't, we're going to lose. Somebody probably said we're going to lose thousands of dollars. Well, what if we move it? We retain a lot of that. Cool, let's move it. Like the scenario was perfect. So I think we won't see that again.
They ran with it.
Probably ever anytime soon. You'd have to have a New York card and a West Coast card. Like that's the only time we're going to see that consideration. Other than that, I think they'll butt heads all the time, which is what drives me nuts. Like, why do it?
Well, that's why I think MMA is bigger. I mean, because that wasn't.
It's getting to a staple point where you have other branch off sports from MMA. So
that was not technically a title fight, and you have arguably boxing's biggest superstar in Canelo.
Yeah.
Okay, Nate Diaz and Masvidal, they're superstars, but they're not. It's not Connor or Ronda.
They caused the president
they're
to
not-
show up.
Brock Lesnar.
Hey,
or
they made the
something.
president show up.
Yeah, but it's still forced them to move. The boxing card. So
yeah, because of the
they
precedence
need
of
to
the
just
power.
stop competing with each other and
Yeah,
different days, whatever, different
they,
weekends.
for some reason, the powers that be, I think they still see it as boxing fans and MMA fans when there is that doesn't exist anymore. It's just now combat sport fans, and they're going to choose the
I
most
watched them both.
brutal, entertaining combat sport.
And I knew I was going to watch them.
Oh, I
both.
love
yeah,
boxing.
but you're at heart, you're a boxing fan. So if there's a boxing card on, it's going to win over an MMA card. Like you just will, if you have to choose, you will always choose boxing.
It all depends on who it is.
Yeah.
Okay, true. If it's
I'm
a
serious.
shitty boxing card and there's like a stellar MMA card,
No,
then
I mean,
yeah.
I didn't know they were going to take that hour and delay. I was getting ready to watch freaking Diaz and Carnelo. I was going to do this. I was really going to. How can I watch one over the other?
Well, I know dudes that do that. They laptop that shit up and stream both, and they'll watch both because they have no choice. They have no choice. You're not giving your consumer a choice.
Well,
if they have ESPN Plus, they're going to have DAZN. Why cut down your viewer base? I always use that political party thing. Why split the party in half and have two candidates for one party versus one? You're splitting your voter base.
Yeah, exactly. And that happens.
Which reminds me, I think he would have shown up no matter who was fighting. Because it was in New York. I think it was so close to Washington that it was just a no-brainer kind of thing.
But that
It's
was
good
cool,
for
though.
PR.
No, that was good
No, I
for
think it was
the
hella
president
cool.
to loosen up and just be there.
Yeah, I think it was really cool.
Because Barack Obama, he showed up to Laker games.
Yeah.
And I like to see stuff like that. But and also, who was it? Who's the president before him?
Bush.
No, before Bush.
Clinton.
Clinton would show up to events.
Yeah, but that was good old Clinton. That was good old Bill. He'll show up to anything.
Well, especially they had cheerleaders and stuff. He was there, my man.
You telling me you got cheerleaders?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll see you there.
Exactly.
I'm not talking to no one, Hillary but Clyde.
Yep.
So
That's where it was,
dude,
man.
if there's pretty ladies there, you bet Uncle Bill's gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
So
He's
but yeah,
still there.
And those
You got his
that's
number,
where it
huh?
started
You guys
kind of
party?
change. Dude, I saw somebody was doing that whole number neighbor thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a number? I've never done it, but the number neighbor. Somebody was shooting. I don't know if it was photoshopped or what. It shoot it. And they went back and they was like, oh, hey, so you're my number neighbor. He's like, oh, what's that? And they explained it to him. And he's like, oh, well, I'm kind of famous. You might know who I am. And he said, shut up, show me a picture. And he sent him a picture and it was Clinton. It was Bill. And he was like, shut the fuck up. So, I mean, I guess it's possible that could happen. But
Who knows, man?
now you'd be like, I'm giving out the president's number. It's one of these two
knows?
bitches.
Who knows? Anything can happen because Chris Lewis is going to say, I was on the fighter's voice, the only voice that matters. And
yeah.
you're simply knocking out the competition. Because, Chris, you've been on a lot of, and I don't mean to put the pressure on you right now, but there ain't nobody rocking it like us. Plain and simple,
no,
period.
we're having fun, man.
Plain and simple, period.
We're having fun.
man.
I like the long form conversation.
Oh, well, you
So
got
it's-
to,
yeah.
man. I don't just want to ask you, okay, are you working on the left hand? Okay, who's in training camp? No, I want to know what makes you tick, man. And I never got the chance to ask you because I didn't even bring up, you used to sack, quarterbacks for a living?
Used
You were
to
out
do
there
that all
just
day.
hitting?
Yep.
How'd you make the transition from football to MMA? Because that was a question I got earlier today.
Oh, man, it was just the wrestling background. So started wrestling when I was like 4 years old. Was rated the #1 heavyweight in the country in high school, won cadet FILA nationals. But I was going to the NFL, in my head, hey, I'm going to the league. And at that time, MMA wasn't quite as big. It wasn't what it is today where you know that, hey, if I'm a good enough wrestler, the Olympic dream can happen, but you would be able to, get an MMA shot.
You'd have a dominant edge.
Yeah,
right out
you
the
got
gate,
a dominant edge right out the gate. And so after I was done, all I was doing was going to the gym, working out. Got hired by the sheriff's office, and they had the Battle of the Badges, the boxing.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I'm interested. I'll do that. My dad did it in the early 90s.
Oh, your dad did it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. He competed
okay.
in that in the early 90s.
So this is a family tradition, and this isn't just a career path. You just chose.
Well,
There's other family
my
members
dad
involved?
retired as a sergeant with Fresno PD.
Okay.
So that's kind of
Law enforcement, at least, of some
law
is in the
enforcement,
family.
Yeah, is
But
in
your
the
dad
family.
let his hands go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my dad let his hands go
That's
in the
right.
police Olympics. He won.
That's
Oh,
right.
nice.
So I was hearing that story my whole life. And,
I
So
heard
if
that.
you
Yeah.
found out you passed up on bad versus
Yeah.
bad, you'd never hear the end of
yeah,
it.
exactly. So got in there, did that. Obviously hooked up with Coach B, and then kind of the rest is history. Started working out with Jasper Tayaba for my Muay Thai.
yeah.
One of my coaches, Pat Roberts, he's like a 3rd-degree black belt, and
right on.
And I wrestled with his son Nathan growing up. So I went to Pat originally and was like, hey, I'm gonna start working with the sheriff's office. I know you know a lot about martial arts and just self-defense in general. Started working with him. He introduced me to Jasper, and then just between those 3 guys with Coach B, I mean, we
Who
started training.
who first suggested the idea that you take a cage fight?
Me. They weren't going to tell me, hey, you need to get into a cage. I went to them like, hey, I want to do this Battle of the Badges boxing thing. They're like, okay, we got a few months. We think we can get you ready.
Good.
And then Jasper found out, hey, you have a wrestling background? And I was like, yeah, I always kind of wanted to try MMA. And he's like, all right, well, I did probably 4 or 5 boxing matches, a couple Muay Thai matches before I even did an amateur MMA fight.
Oh, okay, good.
wow.
That's a lot of experience to have on your belt before you go into something
and
like
then
that.
First amateur MMA fight was against Mitchell Sipe. I strangled him, and that was that.
I bet Jasper got
a
all
wrap.
excited when he heard you were interested in MMA.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna make you such a big fighter!" Yeah, I bet he gets
Oh, yeah.
all excited because he loves.
Oh, yeah.
He does,
Anybody
man.
it's okay. Jasper looks at new fighters the same way a tattoo artist looks at your blank spots of skin.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
There
He
you
sees potential. There's a blank spot to put something there.
Yeah.
It might be beautiful. It might not.
Yeah.
But there's a spot to put something. So when he sees a new fighter, it's like, hey, I thought about doing Muay Thai or fighting just in general. He'd be like, yes, yes, because he sees a start. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He sees a start to someone's path that they may go down or they may not. But it's an opportunity for him to be part of that, and he loves that. I mean, I've always known that kind of things about Eric and Jasper, just in my own personal experiences with them, that those were the kind of guys they were.
Well, it sounds like they give their all. They're very passionate. about what they do.
They're very passionate. I would say they're very passionate about it.
Well, right on.
My first couple years training in general, I mean, it was with Pat, Jasper, and then T, T, the boxing coach,
Yeah.
Apollonio. Yeah, so
Ponytail T.
Oh, yeah,
I think
yeah.
he cut it now.
he cut it now.
gone
T cut his
What's he,
ponytail now.
what's he doing now?
He's still training. He's working.
good.
And Jasper, you know, he wasn't really able to help me for this fight, but he's always a part of my fight camp. I spoke to him yesterday. We talked on the phone a little bit about the fight, but he's busy working, so he's got a contract he's doing out of town. But, you know, those guys are always in my corner, T as well. And they're always
He's old school.
Yeah, they're always
He's
looking out for me.
super old school.
Yeah, he was my first boxing coach, and man, he used to put it on me and, you know, just show me the ropes and just get me ready. So
Oh yeah, I've had a couple sparring sessions with T back in the day when I needed
yeah.
strikers.
So
T
that was
more than
when he
down.
was Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Meat
remember he had
locker
that long
days,
hair.
man.
Well, he came and talked to a continuation. He was showing some of the kids.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right too.
Right, and I remember the principal said, "Who signed off on this?" We're teaching our kids, and I said, no, I stepped in and I said, no, he's teaching them how to defend themselves. And once you say that, defend themselves, then it was different. Because
Yeah,
he just
they
saw the
changed-
striking. He said
yeah.
he just showed up. Who signed off on this? And he was asking questions.
Kids need to learn that stuff in school, man.
Exactly.
Oh, dude. Now the problem is you run into like, okay, say where I work, for example, I work in an expulsion school.
Okay.
Like, I'm so confused. Like, why? Like, I think a heavy bag would be great in one of those rooms.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Teaching them jujitsu would be great. Like, I'm not too keen
A
on
heavy
teaching
bag
them
would be
like
great for some of these teachers.
stress release.
Exactly.
Yeah, or even if the kid's having a bad day and like really, really mad, dude, go into room 12, go hit the bag. Like,
Go get
seriously,
that 3-piece
Go
in.
hit it for like 5 minutes. Yeah, go get that 3-piece in on that bag
Yeah.
for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
After, I mean, they're all smokers and drinkers. These kids. So go hit that bag for like 5 minutes. You'll be too tired to be mad anymore.
Yeah.
Then we can go back to class.
There you go.
But like jujitsu, I 100% want to have a jujitsu class with these kids just to teach them something. But the striking, I'm a little hesitant on. Just because of some of who these kids are. Like, some of them are just, you know, they've already got anger issues, things like that. I want to find an outlet for them now.
I think if you taught them the striking stuff even, you know, young, I mean, I don't want to go out and fight anybody when I'm not training.
No, agreed. My concern,
know,
though,
it's
is that
just
they'll go out and
try to
like,
use
hurt
it.
someone
Yeah.
else that probably didn't
Doesn't
even
know.
deserve it.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done some knucklehead. We got intakes from juvie, monitors, all kinds of, you name it, we got it. So, people that'll probably become the CU eventually in some days. Like, it's that
well,
bad. So,
I used to work at a group home too, so
yeah, okay,
I
exactly.
dealt with a lot of those
So
kids.
some of them have great potential, but there's a handful of them that I'm just like, if I taught them something, I would hear about it from the on-duty officer like a month later, how they fuck someone up using some elbow move I showed them to defend themselves. But then be like, oh, yeah, you use that move you showed him, Mr. V. I'm like, dude, you couldn't have been like a heel hook. No, it's got to be like an elbow.
Yeah.
I'd be okay if they said heel hook. I'm like, they're defending themselves at that point.
He'll just come up to you and says, "Hey, I tapped his ass out for you."
Dude, hey.
Nice. He's just like the way he showed me. And even though
And
he was
I'd be-
tapping, I didn't let go.
Dude, that's where I would just be like, damn it. But I would love for that because I
Because
think
I
that's
didn't
a
let go.
great
Remember, like
outlet.
you said?
Yeah.
He'll say that.
Yeah, they'll be like, just like Mr. E said. I'm like, no, dude, Mr. E
Yeah.
didn't say. Don't
No,
tell,
he
don't
did
tell
say
that. But yeah, I would love for outlets like that. I think they're great because there's so much undirected anger and frustration that a lot of these kids that I interact with have. And it's hard to find a way for them to direct them because we tell them what to do or say, hey, whenever they tell them they go to a gym or something, like, dude, yes, tell me where you live. I will tell you where there's a gym near them. Tell me when you're going. I will call them and tell them you're coming. Because some of them just don't have access to that kind of stuff, So I think it's a great thing. It's just that I can just hear the administrators just going, no.
And I think you're right too about jujitsu because just the atmosphere.
Yeah.
right? At jujitsu,
It's a positive atmosphere.
Positive atmosphere.
It is.
Everybody's cool, but you do get humbled. I mean,
And that's the best part.
I get strangled on a daily basis in there. It's like
It's that respect. It's
Yeah.
the
Oh,
yeah.
respect for the craft, or respect for your opponent,
dude,
and
yeah,
for
I
human
get
life
knotted
itself.
up when I go back. I get pretzeled. I'm so far behind on my technique that those dudes take it easy on me. They're like, dude, I don't want to go too fast. It's like, dude, shut up and just tap me already. Let's go. Stop fucking baiting me. Just get it done.
He just
So, and they'll just do
go
it
through the
over and over,
motions.
but it's still good for me
Yeah.
because I'll be like, hey, dude, where'd you pick that up? Show that to me real quick. Like, let me go do that again. Like, set
Yeah.
that up again. I want to see. That one particular caught my eye.
Yeah.
Let me see that again. I like that. And so that's an opportunity to learn. So, but yeah, it would humble a bunch of them. I can imagine tons of their attitudes changing. But it's just
and
good.
it'll help you realize how fragile you really are. 'cause
Yeah, I'd be like,
oh,
you're
that
not
would
big and
be my arm.
That Mikey would have almost broke your arm right
Yeah.
now. That's why you have a tap out. Good. Now remember that when you get into a fight with someone,
Yeah.
That could happen.
that could happen. Yeah. Or you
Exactly.
might need to do that to someone. Like, be prepared to do that. Like, so I run into so many dudes that like I've rolled with over my career that like they'll take a move and they'll get it on, and I'm just like, you wouldn't break it. Like if because I'll go, you go, and so I can feel some pressure, and then I'll tap, good technique, move on to the next thing or whatever. You got me, good job. But I can just sense like, dude, I could fight that. You won't break it. It's not in you. You won't do it. You won't do that to somebody. And you can tell that about people. And they're like that, and they just don't realize it. They're like, dude, when you feel like something's gonna snap, dude, you'll get scared. Like I'll be like, your arm okay? all right, dude, I felt like your shoulder was a snap or something. Like it's just they'll find out how mentally, like you said, fragile.
Well, it tells you a lot about yourself too.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, you know what? I want to give away some tickets, but I need you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's www.youtube.com/thefightersvoice. That's www.youtube.com/thefightersvoice. The third person that I see pop up on here, because it'll pop up on my phone, I'm going to make contact with you, and I'm going to give away some tickets.
It's adorable. I love it.
Giving away some tickets. You know, somebody asked me today, they said, hey, when you get those extra tickets, if you don't give them away, do you want to sell them? And I said, bro, I don't do that. I give them to the fans. We're giving them away.
Yeah.
I don't want $1. I don't want nothing. Subscribe to the channel. Send me a picture with a thumbs up. We'll do that.
Get them for free.
Listen, I do not sell my tickets.
Yeah.
I do not sell my tickets.
We're going to give them to you for free.
Now, if I have 49er tickets, I'll sell the hell out of them because I don't want them.
I'll throw
Or
it
a
away.
concert of country music. I don't
bet
want
right
them.
now
I'll
they're
give
probably a
those
hot
away.
ticket right now, I bet.
Oh, they are.
I
They
mean,
are. They're
even
playing
when they
good. That's
lost-
not my team, but they're playing good.
Hey, you got to think about it. Even when they lost, motherfuckers had to drag it into overtime to lose.
That was
still.
a great game.
That was a great game.
Let's
I
talk
don't
about
even
that.
watch football.
Who do you watch the NFL? Who's your team?
I watch all the NFL, but I like the Patriots. So
Smart man.
Of course, the Niners are doing good. They got a Patriots quarterback.
Oh, that's true.
Jimmy G. Come
That's
on now.
true.
Oh, yeah, and he's rocking number 10.
But you got to remember too, like if you look at a lot of the games, I was talking about this with somebody yesterday. They mentioned that the wins aren't a lot of high scored games; they're low score, which tells me that the defense is also getting it done too. Because even if their quarterback's just zipping, fucking 10-yard out routes and everything and getting touchdowns, it's still the coin flips, and they still got to stop that other team from scoring too. So if you've got a win with a low scoring on the other side, you got to remember there's a defense doing their job too. It's like one of my buddies was super upset about that because he's a bigger guy. He was like, man, nobody ever gives the defense credit. They're 8-1. Of course they're fucking 8-1. I was like, dude, bro,
hey,
I was
calm
like, relax,
down.
dude. Yeah.
And he had that like shadow right here. He was ready to go, man. Had his mouthpiece in and stuff.
Dude, fans get intense, but it made sense.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do right here. You're a big man. You like steak, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm a Cowboy fan, so let's go with steak right here. They play the Patriots this week. I got
Oh.
Cowboys over the
shit.
Patriots.
Oh, it's
Okay.
over. It's over.
Really? I want it well done.
Tell him you want it from Fleming's.
Chris, that check that you're gonna get from Combate. Did you say Fleming's?
Are they-
Yeah, you can buy that one.
Wait, how is the NFL team gonna play a college team?
Oh, wow. Okay.
You talking about the Mountain
Coach
West?
B, Coach B, are you seeing this,
Hey,
bro?
you talking about the Mountain West Dallas
Coach B, you got
Cowboys?
my back.
Dude.
Coach
Hey, he's talking about the Mountain West team, the Sun Belt Conference.
man.
Oh, come on,
Oh,
man.
man. We're
Bro.
getting comfortable here. Hey, LeVar. Hey, Philly couldn't do it. The Cowboys will do it this Saturday.
You're going
and
to
I
get
will
a
call
text
you
in
back.
about 30 seconds from Coach B going, you're lucky it's fucking fight
Oh, I
week."
make fun of him. Hey, I make fun of him. I make fun of him all the time about them
No,
sorry
about them
Cowboys.
boys.
About
We
them
gonna go.
sorry Cowboys.
No, we going for it, baby.
Sorry Cowboys.
You got to do the dap. See,
What's
do
the what's the record right now?
It
6 and
doesn't
2?
matter what their record is.
Is it a winning
Cole
record though?
Escovedo.
Is it a winning record?
I mean, we're above 500, baby. That's all that counts.
So it's
and,
like
and we're
Why did they-
we're in
5-4?
first place in our division.
Why did they pay their backup running back so much money?
Yeah, he did get paid. A backup running back. He did
So like
get paid
6 and
some
3
money.
then?
Yeah, they gave their backup
No, we
quarterback
fired-
like
yes,
$50 million.
5 and 4?
Yeah, no, 6 and 4.
6 and 4. That's
The
not
backup
bad.
running back, excuse me.
Man, we're just starting to clown right now, huh?
Man, Coach B.
He is the backup.
Bro,
Did you
the
see- did
day
you see
he's
Pollard?
back in the gym.
No,
Are
exactly.
you hearing
Pollard's
this?
looking good.
Pollard's the starter.
Exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
he's
But you know what? He made a statement today. He said we go with who's hot. Even though I'm not playing where I need to play, that is hot right now. But yeah,
it's
everybody's
it's week 11. You got to start heating up, man.
Hey man, he did hold out for a little while though, but he'll be okay.
It's almost playoff
Look down,
time.
find out the stove's
okay,
on
I'll
like
tell you
3.
what, Chris. You know when he is going to open up this Sunday, baby.
No.
This Sunday he'll be doing this all day long.
Number one defense,
all
man.
day long. It
number
doesn't
one,
matter.
Number one defense.
Man, Philadelphia shook you guys up, and we own Philadelphia, right, LeVar?
Hey, it was 40. The wind was like 40 degrees out there. We couldn't really throw the ball. I mean, it happens.
So how long?
We shall see.
How much longer do you think?
Did you say Fleming's?
Brady's going to go?
Did you say
Fleming's?
Fleming's?
Yeah, Fleming's,
Ah,
dude.
shit,
I
that's
think this
expensive.
year.
He's 47, right?
No, he's 41 or 42. I think
No,
this
no,
year.
he's higher than
He's the
that.
GOAT, man. He just makes things happen.
How much? He's over 40. He's over 40 because they were saying he was telling his.
He's
coach
only
that
like
he could do
41
like
because
5 more
he was
years.
saying he wants to play till 45.
Yeah,
he's only 41 or 42.
When you can still do it.
I
He
mean-
hasn't changed one bit.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't really missed a step. I'd have to really sit down and watch tape though and be like, no, dude, like last season
You're
he was
not going to
3-stepping
show
in
him
this
a
time.
defense he's never seen in his life. But you can
that's true.
scheme,
42.
you can disguise it.
So
He
3
sees
more
it before it
years.
happens.
But to be honest, I mean, he needs more weapons. I mean, Gronk is gone. AB
but
screwed
he's still
up.
honestly, but he's still making it happen.
They gave
man.
Josh Gordon to Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle's coming out of the NFC. The Niners ain't winning it, you know. And
I like
mean,
Seattle. They're well rounded.
Listen, I played the game at a pretty high level. There's 2 seasons, right? So you got the NFL, and and then you got the NFL playoffs.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
Niners, they're good right now, but playoff football is different. They're not used to it.
And that's where it matters
So I
the
think
most to
out
make it to the game.
I think out of the NFC, I think
Gotta get hot
Seattle's
at the right
I
time.
think
'Cause
Seattle's
right
coming
now they're
out.
what? They're
I think
just
Seattle will
hustling
make a
for
good
spot.
run. Definitely, I think they'll make a good
I
run.
think they're coming out of the NFC.
Well, I mean, they'll take 2 spots. Whoever's gonna have the home field and whoever's that second game is gonna come down to something. Hey, we still got some games left in the season.
I'm telling you, out of the NFC, I think Seattle's going to be in the Super Bowl, and we're going to have to
Well,
play.
I
We're
can't.
going to have
I
to play
can't-
the Ravens.
I can't agree just yet because
The Cowboys ain't going to make it.
Oh no!
Sorry.
Hey, we didn't wake up and say
Next
we're not
year,
gonna
hey,
make it.
that's
We
what
didn't
Cowboys
wait-
fans
we
say every
didn't-
next year.
Jerry,
Next
Jerry
year's
our
didn't
year.
wa- Jerry didn't wake up and say, you know what? The law just
Hey.
said we're not going to make it.
Hey,
No,
next
we're
year.
going to break the law and we are going to make it.
Hey, next year, okay?
Yeah, actually, yeah. The Super Bowl's in January, right?
No.
That's right. He said, you heard it from the lawman himself.
Next season.
Yeah.
Next season.
You
So
heard it
there's
from
what,
the
5
law-
more games before playoffs
Yeah,
start?
something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll be close. It'll be good. Be a good run. And yeah, the Ravens. are
That sounds
playing
like a
very
man
well.
who already accepted defeat when you say good run. It was a good
okay,
run.
I'm just trying to be humble. Do you want me to say I already bought my Super Bowl ticket?
Yes, that's what I wanna fucking
Hell
hear.
yeah, Dallas Cowboys going to the Super Bowl.
There we go. A real fan would have already bought Super Bowl
Oh,
tickets.
gosh.
So
You're putting-
now,
Expecting the Dallas Cowboys
we need to put a
After I eat
stake
my
on
steak.
that.
After I eat
So
my
after
steak.
you beat us,
Oh, okay.
I need a steak for that Super Bowl win.
Hey, we'll take it one game at a time, baby, and I'll take it well done. I'll
All
take
of a
it
sudden.
well.
You
I'll
all
take it
remember
well
this
done.
on Sunday.
All of a sudden.
You
I'll
guys
take it
remember
well
this
done.
footage.
Well, I'm being humble. I don't want to eat steaks I don't have on my plate just yet. I will have one Monday, or I'll get with you. You know how to get a hold of me.
Hey,
I mean, you're gonna have that-
hey,
you're gonna
I'm
have that
around.
Combate money
Hey,
on
I'm
Monday,
around.
so-
You're around.
You're gonna have that Combate money on Monday. You'd be like,
Oh,
"Where'd you want to get a
man.
steak from?"
Yeah, actually,
Meat market?
get
I
this
got
check.
you.
He'd say, Mike, make this out to Rich in the voice, right?
I gotta buy him a steak apparently.
yeah, a couple steaks. There you go,
Man,
man.
yeah, just don't do anything fun until Monday because you're gonna need to make sure you have that money, according to Rich.
Yeah.
Don't cash that check yet. Why? Because there's a football game on Sunday. I ain't trying to
There
give my money
is.
to the bookie yet.
So what do you do? What do you Jordans or a watch or what do you do for you? I know you like to provide for your family
Man,
and
I got
those around
kids,
you.
man,
I know. But when do you do for you and what do you do for you?
It's already gone.
I know it is, man. There has to be a seed.
Hey, dude,
There has
hey,
to
you
be
know
what?
something left though.
Honestly, man, what I do for me is train because
Okay.
that's what engages me. I like learning.
That's good, man.
Like learning, sharpening my skills, and making myself better. I'll give myself something here and there, but
Yeah.
for the most part, man, just take care of the family.
That's right.
Go out of town, vacation, stuff like that. My wife and
Okay.
I just came back from Cabo, so that was cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was a nice trip.
Oh, well, see,
And,
affordability for the vacation to Cabo doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
You know?
So we do stuff like that, but yeah, my money's gone already, man. It's,
Oh, I
it's
feel you, dude.
gone.
I had 2 little ones when I was fighting. It is just, you're always just doing down the checklist. How much
It
is
is.
the fight check? Okay, boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. We'll have like $1.
Cool. I have money to buy you. Well, for you to take me to buy a steak.
I'll drive.
I'll buy you a beer.
I'll drive.
And they call it said
Yeah,
Fleming's,
for
right?
the gas money.
Dude,
yeah.
I don't. Hey, man.
Wow.
Hey, go big or go home, right? I mean, you're confident, right?
Actually, I only went there one time, and you know who took me there? Alonzo. From About Men's.
Oh,
took
yeah.
me.
But them boys gonna win, right? So it's not a problem. Like you should be thinking about what kind of steak am I gonna eat?
I'm gonna eat a well done steak.
Yeah?
It doesn't matter where it's at. A steak is either way. I'm gonna put my steak in a tortilla, and it's gonna be on hit, baby. Trust me, it's gonna be all good too.
The boys are gonna win, and you're gonna get like some backyard barbecued steak.
Cole's instigating right now.
Dude,
just
I
'cause
love that there's a food.
Did you
I
guys
love there's
beat
food on the
Did you
line.
guys beat Philadelphia?
Yeah, man.
You brought them
watched
up.
the game.
Did you? I don't know. I don't.
Yeah,
You guys won?
We got the W. Yeah. we
Okay,
did.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, it doesn't matter, man. We're gonna see.
Who did you guys lose to this year?
Here we go.
You guys lost to somebody.
He
this
wants
year.
to give me mic time because I got to say 4 different losses, right? So he's trying to give me some mic
rough.
time.
Oh, 4 losses. Ooh, that's rough, man.
The Patriots, what, 8-2 right now?
I just won.
Oh wow.
got
Oh
one
man,
loss.
8-1.
Oh, it doesn't matter. That one,
Well-
who the hell they play? Clovis West. When they play Cowboys this
Hey,
Sunday.
hey,
and we're
hey, you
on-
play
and we're-
Clovis West, you're in
and
for it.
we're-
Hey,
and we're-
hey,
Yeah, you are.
let me tell you
And
about
you're on the
C-Dub.
road.
Hey,
Here we
let
go.
me tell you something about C-Dub.
boys-
The,
be in for
the
it.
original Madeira Coyotes, man.
Hey, let me tell you something about C-Dub. Hey,
1987.
hey, you play Clovis West, you're in for a
1980
game.
Yeah, you are.
You're in for a game.
Only on the Fighter's Voice Knockout Podcast, baby.
Jeez. I can't wait for Sunday to pass.
see,
I
but you
want to
know-
watch
but-
just to see how this goes down, man.
Hey, but you know what I like? Lewis didn't get to say it today. There's no script here, Lewis. This is the Fighter's Voice,
Oh,
the
no, we're
only
talking-
voice that matters,
Yeah,
baby.
we're talking.
That's right.
Nice. So
Those folks up in here.
back on the real business grind. So you said you're not doing shirts. You still have any tickets for sale? If anybody wants to grab some tickets, where can they get a hold of you? Like, you got an Instagram, you got a Facebook. How can they get a hold of you?
I've been asking them that all day.
buy
man.
some
I wanted
seats.
to tag them.
I stay off the social media. My brother has IG. He's at Lights Out Lewis.
All right, cool.
So you
I
can,
like that one.
You can find him. But I stay off of it, man.
But they can still get tickets through your brother.
they can still get tickets through my brother.
And I'm sure your brother's not like making shirts or anything on the DL.
No, we're not doing nothing like that this time.
Gotta have your support in the crowd, man.
I win this
know
one.
you're
Hey,
being
I'll come.
humble.
I'll come back though.
I know you're being
I'll be
humble.
back.
Remember,
I
man,
want to see that. I want to see that
nothing
marketable
is a
shirt.
better motivator. I mean, aside from you guys walking up, but nothing's a better motivator than having a whole section of people wearing shirts with the law on it. I'm just saying, man, it's a good motivator.
Well, I think a lot of people. We did shirts before, so a lot of my coworkers and stuff that bought them last time that are coming this time,
Well,
sure
yeah,
they'll
of
have
course,
them.
yeah.
So
Because you ain't got new ones for sale.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
why,
Got to get that
man.
support, man.
I don't want to nickel and dime them
But you
all
don't
the time.
you don't
know?
nickel and dime them.
Oh,
You
no, you
get the
don't.
shirts made for as cheap as you
It's
can, or you
support,
get
man.
somebody to sponsor you to make them. That's their sponsorship.
Yeah.
And then you just tell them for dirt, or even better, you give them away with tickets bought.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to tell the sponsors what's up.
What's up, sponsors?
So,
Rick,
where you guys
y'all
at?
trying to have your logo out
Hey,
there on
tell
the front
Rick. Hey,
t-shirt?
tell Rick for me. Where's he at?
Rick.
Rick.
Hey, you got your percentage off the champ.
Hey,
Ends
you
up
heard him.
eating
Because it
real
doesn't
good.
cost you anything.
That's right, Rick.
If you get
That's
it,
right.
if you get
That's
it,
right.
Rick.
Make it happen right now.
So I'm
That's
saying,
right.
you get a screen printer to front you the cost of the shirts as the
And
main
Rick,
sponsor on the back
Rick,
or something.
you know a great screen printer.
Oh, you do,
Yeah.
Rick. Okay.
Yes, he
Well,
does.
well,
main
there it is.
events, man.
Oh,
You
there it
gotta be
is.
on
There.
this stuff, man. You
There it is. Oh, that's Al.
Because then you just give them
Yeah,
away.
Al's
You
the
ain't got-
man.
You ain't got a nickel and dime them. They're getting a shirt and tickets. because
Yeah,
they're
Al
buying
made the
tickets.
logo that we put on my other shirts.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, he's solid.
See, Rick needs to make it happen.
Avalos is almost there.
Oh,
he's
no,
got
he's
the,
out
he's got
there.
the
He got the
t-shirts.
idea.
I'm telling
And
you,
the
dude,
design.
He's got
The
bag
packages.
shirts that he'll give you, but it's like, dude, t-shirts in the bag with tickets with like a after party pass
Yeah.
or something, and that's like the super deluxe thing.
See,
like
but
you're
I,
getting
but,
good
but,
seats,
but I
all
like
that
I
stuff.
like JC Lamas. He has
Yeah.
that packet. He puts a CD. He puts the shirt. He puts a seal. Then he slides a little condom in there. Boom! And he says the whole
You gotta have
package.
something to make love to when you listen to me serenade you, amigo. Here you go.
Hey,
He's a
he's a-
Trojan, eh?
He's an entrepreneur, man. He's a salesman.
Dude,
Oh,
that guy is
marketable.
He can sing, too?
business minded.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know.
bro,
I
yeah.
didn't know.
Bro, this dude's either gonna get signed to a contract, picked up as some actor. He's gonna like be asked to run a promotion. He's gonna be asked to open a school somewhere. Like the dude's does
Or he's going to
everything.
direct adult films.
Yeah,
One
something,
of-
bro.
One
Okay.
of those.
Bro.
I didn't talk to JC.
This dude's but he's super motivated.
Oh, yeah, he's
and
good.
goes,
He is.
dude, he is just on it, man.
He is.
But
on.
yeah, I'm saying get a screen printer. They'll front it. Then you just give them away.
Okay.
That way, there's no
man.
excuse. That way, when you see them there with an old one, you'll be like, you bought a ticket, right? Where's your new
That's
shirt?
it. Al Perez, main events. Make it happen. Put the fighter's voice right on the sleeve, man, and we'll throw him out. Let's make it happen. Al Perez. You know what? I'm going to call you tomorrow, Al.
can rubber band
I'm gonna
those
see
up
what
and
we can
throw
do.
those out into the
Al has
crowd.
your logo, huh?
Yes.
All I can do
believe
is
so.
reach out to him tomorrow, man. All I can say is I'll see what I can do.
Because it could just be
even
a
if he makes
simple,
100
just-
of them, man.
Just the law in quotations on the front.
law don't get broke
they're
around here.
Law on the back, your name on
Yeah.
the back of it right there,
Yeah.
the law on the front, and then the embroider's logo right below that. Done.
there it is. There.
I
Fighter's
remember,
voice
I
up
remember
on
the
that
time I
bitch, too.
fought for Strike Force, and I walked out, and I had no sponsors. I walked out with a white shirt that backstage I took a Sharpie and wrote, "Your logo here." And I walked out and
Get
proceeded to
on
just
down.
crack the kid with a head kick and dropped him. Done. Fight's over. 2 fucking minutes in.
Your logo here.
Dude,
I like that.
There's a picture on Sherdog of it, I think, somewhere. It's just, I just said, your logo here. I
He has
no
all the
sponsors.
pictures.
And I'm like, I'm going to be on a televised
Richard,
fucking
we gotta
Strike
get
Force.
you back on.
Nobody wanted to be a sponsor. I'm like, you guys are stupid. Stupid. I'm going to have a highlight reel fight. Stupid. And it worked, though. By the time I made it backstage, I had like 4 different business cards, multiple T-shirts with like an embroiderer's logo and everything on it, and people saying, "Hey, I want to be your sponsor."
Damn.
Yeah, now you want to
That's what I
fucking be
need.
my sponsor. So you have to sometimes just kind of go out there and just do that extra little out of the box idea. But like I'm saying, just get the screen printer fronts it. He gets his logo on the back, free publicity for him. It's dirt cheap cost to them, and you just give them away with tickets. You don't got to nickel and dime your guys. That way you're not worried about. Like, I don't want to keep charging. Dude, they
Just
get
get
it
it
with
out
the
there,
ticket.
man. They want to leave with a piece
Thank you
of
for supporting me. Here's
and
a
that's,
fucking
and
shirt.
that's their best way as a fan to leave with a piece of you.
Yeah.
And it's there, man.
Oh, yeah.
It
Exactly.
actually can get done. Tomorrow's what, Thursday?
Yeah.
It's, man.
Fights are on
if
Friday,
anybody
man.
could do it, Al can do it.
It's doable. If you've got a
okay.
screen
I'm gonna
printing
reach out
machine,
to
it's
Al.
doable.
Oh, Al has a whole, Al has a whole shop.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm just saying.
Hey,
what
man,
do I know,
at least
though?
I'm going to throw it out there for him. I'm
Yeah,
saying,
that's
throw
the
the
worst
fighter's
he can
voice
say
on
is
there.
it's just too short notice, Rich. Hook me up with
He
him
goes,
on
you
the
know
next
what?
fight."
It's just short notice. I can only make 50.
Yeah, and that's where, yeah, and
Right?
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's shit like that is probably
Yeah.
what I'm saying because he's the
Yeah.
man. That's just how it
Yeah.
goes.
Exactly.
So okay,
You can
so
make it happen.
so they can hit up your brother for tickets.
Yep.
And then it's going to be, you're not going to know what spot you're on the card yet, which doesn't matter. So get there early. You're going to watch fights anyway, guys, because get comfortable, get yourself some
The
concessions.
fights start at 7.
Yeah,
so
fights start
if
at
I'm
7.
If I'm the second fight, it'll be 7:15.
Mm-hmm.
So what time's weigh-in tomorrow? Is that I mean, is that just for you or the whole Combate fight?
It's for the whole card.
And where's it where's the weigh-in
the
located?
Fresno
at?
State Rec Center. So it's on the
Okay.
west side of the Save March Center.
Oh yeah, where it was last time.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Fresno State Rec Center.
By that bull.
Yeah.
It's open to the public, I imagine.
Open to the
So
public.
if you guys want to go check it out, see it beforehand, see what a weigh-ins
Yeah,
looks
I'm
like
gonna
if
try
you've
to
never
make
been
that.
to
4:30,
one.
right?
4:30.
Yeah.
If you've never been to a weigh-ins, go check it out. It's on Fresno State campus. It'd be fun.
It'd be nice.
Give out some
we'll be there.
T-shirts.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Richie's
Take-
going to show up with a box of T-shirts. Watch. He'll be like,
I
Law,
might.
Chris.
I might.
Boom.
Take him.
I might.
Hey,
You never know.
perfect opportunity.
Hey, all I
man.
can do is ask the man.
Yeah, and that's all you can do.
Exactly.
It's
I'm
better
actually
than
gonna ask
not.
him tonight.
It's better than not.
And like I said, I go, I can only do 47 here.
Reluctantly do it,
he'll
right?
do some shit like that, yeah.
Sorry, Rick, usually I know it's like
he really
100,
did
but-
50, but the other 3 gave to his kids. Because that's the way Al rolls, but he's cool, man. We can make
It's
that
all
happen.
good.
He's the
Hey, we can
peeps,
make it
man.
happen. Hey, take us away. We got any other news?
The only news that, like we were talking about earlier, that I was surprised with was the retirement news that we got from Askren, citing that hip injury.
Yeah.
I got to look and read some articles and see what the authenticity is of that. But the dude's been doing a lot of wrestling, and I know that, hip injuries over time, a lot of shots, a lot of twisting and stuff. I can see how that can be a problem for him. So Askren announced a retirement. I don't know if it's 100% true or not, but he cited the hip injury and that he's done. So it sucks. It shocked me to hear it. He didn't make any medical announcement first. Then a retirement. It was just, I'm going to retire. I've got this hip injury.
Well, I hope he has a plan B to make some income, pay that mortgage or do whatever.
Well, I'm
Or
sure the
hopefully
guy
he
could walk
invested
into,
well.
dude could probably walk onto any college
Absolutely.
campus and be the wrestling coach, or any
Absolutely.
fight gym and be the wrestling coach.
Absolutely.
I don't know about commentary though. I don't know.
You love to hate him.
Small doses.
Crystal Law Lewis, what do you got to say to the viewers, the fans that watch and support you? What can they expect Friday, November 22nd, Save March Center, when that gate locks and the crowd explodes and the noise comes and there's a lot of law walking in?
Man, they can expect a knockout. So either way, should be a good performance. We're going to have a lot of fun. Just thank you guys for coming out, supporting, and taking care of a local guy, man. I really appreciate it.
There you go. You heard it from the man himself. Rich Ortiz with the fighter's voice. The only voice that matters, and we're simply knocking out the competition. Hey, I want to give some tickets away. Don't forget to subscribe. www.youtube.com/thefightersvoice. That's www.youtube.com/thefightersvoice. Every fighter has a voice, and so do you. It's a wrap here in Fresno, California. Thumbs up for Richie.
Okay, fight fans, it's not goodbye, but until next week.
Remember.
It's always voiceography at its finest. So on behalf of Richard Ortiz, Cole Escovedo, the special guests, and all the crew right here at the Kick-Ass Podcast, saying hasta luego, babies. And always, thanks for listening.